I went to Glasgow recently to shoot one of my 100 Shots of 100 Cities videos. If you don't know anything about me, if this is the first of my videos that you've clicked on, I'm the 100 guy, aka Luke, and I have this bucket list dream where I want to go to 100 cities and shoot 100 shots of videos. So basically street photography, but in video form, and I want each one to be 100 shots. Anyway, so I recently did that in Glasgow and loved it. Thought Glasgow was awesome for it. There's also a little background vlog behind that, which I do in every city. That's just silly, it's just a bit of fun. It's just the whole process of that happening. I take a lot of stills when I do these trips for these videos, and I figured instead of putting the stills aspect into the overall vlog, I would just make a separate vlog, which you're watching right now, just to do with my street photography in Glasgow. And this is that. So we'll get stuck straight into it. No travel montage, no nothing, just straight into taking photos in the streets of Glasgow. Hope you enjoy.
Okay, 8-ball. Corner pocket. Okay, I think I got something there. Quite like this shoe repair signs, casting a nice red light on the ground. Well, it's drying up a wee bit, but it is flipping freezing. Absolutely freezing. So far, I'm actually loving the Glasgow streets. I'm loving these random ass, really inclined, really steep streets that just come off on the main roads here. Try not to get run over. Oh, he nearly ran me over. He would have finished me off. Ugh, I wanted to get that guy in the orange coat. It's not just a case of waiting for a person, you want someone who sort of looks a little bit more unique. This dude with an umbrella maybe. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So many cool alleyways in Glasgow. This is street photography heaven. So this was one of the spots that I wanted to get a photo of. I looked it up on Google Street View. It looked pretty cool. All that reflective glass. Somebody walking in front of it would be cool. But as always, every time I come to one of my cities, one of the spots I specifically want to go to inevitably will have construction work going on. Might actually be okay if I just wait. This framing here isn't too bad. If I just go up maybe beside that maintenance thing, shoot that way. I could be waiting here a while. There's no one around. Thank you, sir. I was waiting there for a long time. I love all these horizons. They're class. They're everywhere. Absolutely loving Glasgow so far. This is one of those really easy ones. Great city. It has like a big city feel without being too big of a city. It's all walkable. Streets are awesome for photography and videography. I'm really enjoying this one. This is good. Alright, I'm back at this spot because the sun has come out and the reflection of this building's all bronze and cool looking. So same again, gonna stand here beside this van and wait for something to cross the road. Cross the road, cross the road, cross the road. Get up to there and then cross left, please. Come on, buddy, do me a favor. No, you suck. These hills are so freaking good. Glasgow, you are a street photography gem. Hey, wait for green man. Stand there. Shoot down there. Double yellow, it's gotta be done. Look at that alley with that puddle. That is just crying out for it. Oh, don't fall, don't slip, don't slip, don't slip. It's not quite as nice as I thought it was going to be, but oh well, take it anyway. Pretty creepy, but I just like the way this girl's sitting at the window here. Usual routine, wait for green man, shoot the horizon. Pray they don't get run over. Just got into this car just as I want to get a photo of the reflection off her roof. Don't drive away, don't drive away. Sweet, I think I got that.
I loved Glasgow for street photography, and doing the 100 shots of video, just it lent itself to it perfectly as far as I was concerned. I did well with the weather as well. It was kind of grey. It had been raining and stuff, but I never got wet, which was awesome. Rain and street photography works really well, so to be honest, conditions were just absolutely perfect. That was the first photo I took. That was just on the bus from the airport. 9 quid! 9 quid for the freaking bus from the airport into the city centre, which is like 20 minutes long. 9 quid! Anyway, just snapped that on the bus. I like the tacos and margaritas, and then I like the cheese in the foreground out of focus. Kind of like it. Standard enough, just, it's alright. Bit creepy, 4 girls walking down the street, nothing special about that. I actually don't really like that one. Kind of dodgy when you're taking a photo of somebody at the ATM. You know, if he turned around and saw me, I probably would have got headbutted. Love the blue lights of the building in the background and the couple walking away. I quite like that one, it's kind of cool. I do really like that one. It's not perfect. Like, I wish there was a bit more of a light source on the guy walking across, because there isn't enough light behind him where you can see his silhouette, and there isn't enough light on him where you can see him. So he just kind of disappears in the darkness. But I like that you can see his head and his feet. You know he's there anyway. It's not perfect, but I do like it. What's not to like about rainy bokeh balls and reflections on the road? I think I quite like that one. Yeah, again, simple enough. Girl in the middle of the road. You're gonna have to get used to that. People walking in the middle of the road and everything all symmetrical. That's kind of my jam. This was right beside my crappy Easy Hotel. I don't like slagging off the Easy Hotel too much. The one in Manchester was really good. I think I maybe splashed out like £8 more to get a nicer room in Manchester than I did in Edinburgh and in Glasgow. But you can't complain. For £36 a night, you kind of get what you pay for. Anyway, this was right beside it. Kind of just like the gritty griminess of it. Kind of looks like nighttime photography, but that was actually like first thing. It was a horrible morning, very dark, quite wet, and wet enough for people to have their umbrellas up, which I love for street photography. Like the lights in the background, like the blue. Again, you're gonna have to get used to blue. I like blue. Really like that one, the guy with the umbrella and the red stoplight. I don't know, it's just moody or something. I don't know. Sums up a really grim walk to work when you don't want to be walking to work. That shoe repair one, just, it's fine, it's alright. That is one of my favourite. That's definitely top 3 in Glasgow anyway. I really, if I may say so myself, I love that photo, I really do. I quite like that she's got a backpack on, and I like that the car at the top of the hill is actually quite in the middle. He's not in one of the lanes, he's fairly in the middle, and he's got his brake lights on, or those his brake lights. Anyway, there's lights on. Yeah, I love that photo, I really do. What I do with every city is I literally just look at it on Google Maps, and I just drop the wee man in loads of places and try and find just random spots like that. And that's how I found this spot. It was just a random pin drop. You know, turned around and I saw that that's the framing of it with the road and the reflective kind of bronzy windows, and thought that looks pretty cool. And it turned out all right. That's attempt number 1 of 2. I'll come back to that. Not much to say about that one. I actually really like that one. Yep, pretty cool. These hills, I just adored these hills for photography in Glasgow. Seriously, Glasgow photographers, street photographers, you don't know how good you've got it. Seriously, it's just really satisfying to look at. Just all the lines and the zigzag of the stairs and everything, and the buildings going off into the background. I really quite like that. I call this piece "Dude and Wall." So that's take 2 of that spot. I was waiting quite a long time for that one. Ended up being somebody on a bike, which I quite liked, and as you can see the difference, the sunshine, it's the reflection I just think is better. Okay, so this is number 1, my favourite shot that I got in Glasgow. It is moody as all hell. I just love how you're going from darkness down the hill into light and then back kind of in the darkness again. This figure is just perfectly walking across the road with their hand out with their phone. Every photo you take in street photography, it's actually really quite worrying. You really notice how many people just walk around the street staring at their phones. Anyway, I just like the lines going down the hill. I love the sun kind of shining on the buildings to the right and just giving you those white lines. Love that there's a bit of a horizon in the distance with what looks like trees and stuff. It's another one of those ones, if I may say so myself, I think that's awesome. I love that photo. Very much the same type of photo. I think that was just like one street over. Is it the same street? No, I think it's one street over. Exactly the same thing, but more of a busy scene rather than just one subject. Again, if I may say so myself, I think that's really cool. I love that photo. This one didn't turn out exactly the way I liked it. They were too much in the dark, and I've tried to bring brightness. I've tried to raise them up in the image. Didn't really work. It probably actually would be better if there wasn't people in it now that I'm looking at it. Oh well, you live and learn. Probably one of the most generic shots of Glasgow, the stairs going up to the lighthouse. Yeah, so this one, I kind of lucked out with this one. I just so happened to be up the lighthouse at the perfect time for the sun just absolutely screaming down the street, casting these long shadows. Kind of wish the car wasn't there, but yeah, whatever. Someone I know got in contact with me to ask if I could send them the, the high-res photo of that because they want to print it out and put it on the wall or something. Kind of cool. Revolutionary stuff. Shooting up some double yellow lines. I don't think anyone's ever done that before. I am amazing. This one was actually kind of dangerous. So you can see there's two bits of path going on either side of this puddle, which was really deep and really long. The path was slippery as all hell, and I did not wear good shoes. I wear just like flimsy wee smooth bottom shoes. That was actually really quite scary to get, but it turned out okay. There's just some random bright orange panels. It's near the Gallery of Modern Art, I think. I just thought, oh, that looks cool. And then this I was just sitting there waiting for a shot, and this delivery guy came. He's not moving there. He came and he just stopped right in my shot as if he knew what I wanted, and I just snapped, and he stood there for 5 seconds, and then he went on his way. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you very much, Mr. Delivery. Again, it's one of those ones, can't describe why, but I love that photo. I just do. The tattoos one, it's fine. Standard enough, it's okay. So I was just walking past that cafe, glanced in the window and just saw her sitting there by herself, hand on her face, looking at her phone, just thought, that's kind of cool. And I thought, oh, there's nice lights and all behind her. So I crossed the road specifically to get that shot of her. Super totally creepy. Like I feel, those are the kind of photos that I actually do feel quite bad about taking. There's no creepiness intended. I just genuinely think, that looks cool, she looks cool. I'm sorry if that offends anybody or creeps anyone out. Again, another one of these moody, it looks quite, not post-apocalyptic, but just moody, atmospheric or something, I don't know. The person right smack bang in the middle, just, head down, hood up. It just looks like, and this was getting quite late on in the afternoon, so I look at this photo and I just think that's like the weary trudge home from work in the rain. You can't see it, but it was actually raining there. I really like that photo. Starbucks, people make Glasgow, bright yellow coat, reflections on the ground. What's not to like? This guy, again, on the phone, double yellow lines, bit of reflection on the ground, bit of texture on the wall behind him. Again, it's just all stuff that I indescribably, I just really like it. I love that the girl's walking towards us through that wee tunnel, or she's out of the tunnel by now, but I like that his back is to me. Again, can't describe why, but I really like that photo. I was just walking past, I was walking up to the bus station to leave Glasgow, and I just saw the reflection of that brasserie off this blue roof of the car. I just thought, oh, that looks really cool. And I could see that there was a crossing behind it. I thought, oh, if I can get somebody walking across. But the woman who owns this car literally just got back to her car as I noticed this. So I've stopped at her car and I'm framing up the roof of her car, and she's on the other side of the car, keys in, looking at me like, what the hell are you doing? She probably thinks she's getting a ticket or something like that there. I'm just kind of blanking her out. I really quite like that I got this girl actually running across the road as opposed to just more shots of people walking across the road, which is all I ever really get. Really, really liked Glasgow. That was one of my favourite ones. I'm not going to say I have a favourite, but that was definitely up there. It was enjoyable, and I'm actually really quite happy with the finished product. So if I'm new to you, by all means, please go and watch the 100 Shots of Glasgow video. That's why I do this, the 100 shots of, and the vlog. Yeah, it's just a bit of fun. Same goes for all the cities. All the social media crap, please just like, comment, share, subscribe, tick, ding the bell. Above all else, please do genuinely subscribe. That does help YouTubers out. I would appreciate that. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.